Okay, so as I was reading over task 3, I seen a lot of interesting things. Task 3 really focuses on interpreting data and getting the data from the students and their assessment, like the pre and post assessments that you give during the lesson. And this task is basically talking about feedback, how to give feedback, what to give feedback on, and different ways you can give feedback. The most important way I felt like you can give feedback is in an audio or video file, because there are auditory learners who can instantly hear their feedback and automatically change what's wrong. You have some students who are visual learners and you have to write down what they need fixed. But for the auditory learners, I do feel as if audio files or videos to be sent to them will work best. And then again, I feel like as you're speaking, it's better to say it instead of writing it down. You can't always write down what you want your students to hear or whatever. As I was looking through the PowerPoint, it says assess and analyze. So that basically just saying when you give your students a pre or post assessment. For example, when I gave my students their pre-assessment, the activity was a drawing of a penguin and its baby's eggs, and it was a sun in the corner with an angry bird. And the students' task was to draw a habitat or like a form of protection to protect the penguin. So after the students drew what they felt like would be a good habitat to protect the penguin from the angry bird, I assessed them as in I just I seen what they drew. Most of them drew just like a box. Most of them drew a line. And then after the lesson, after they got the feel of what a habitat is, after they built a habitat, they redid the drawing. I told them to draw another habitat. And students, and this would be my analyzing part, the post-assessment, I feel like. They started drawing houses, a better barrier, just something different from what they drew in the beginning. So that'll be the assess and analyze of the lesson. Also in the PowerPoint, it talked about focus students, choosing 3 students whose work represents the general pattern of learning for the class. I did have a high achiever, a middle achiever, and a low achiever. My low achiever is just someone who just did not get it, who just probably drew a line at the beginning and then drew a line at the end again. Let's see. I did give students feedback as I asked what they drew. So if a student said a line in the beginning, I was like, okay, well, maybe we can work on that. Maybe what else can be drawn also with the line. Let's see. As I was looking through the document itself with the different questions that needed to be answered, it basically asked all the same things that was in the PowerPoint, like the feedback to guide further learning. Also talked about audio files or video clips on feedback or written directly on work samples. But all in all, task 3 really is just talking about analyzing student learning and how you can give them feedback to guide their learning, to deepen their understanding. Also focusing on 3 students and sometimes the whole class if the whole class isn't getting it, and what you could do to help them understand.